What's going on, everybody? My name's Christian French, and I'm going to be going over some nutrition interventions for tendinopathy. So, a quick overview of what tendinopathy is, commonly also referred to as tendinitis, but tendinopathy is generally a chronic overuse injury. So, when the capacity of a tendon, whether that's the patellar tendon or the Achilles, is exceeded by the stress put on it, usually through exercise or just general daily activities of living. Like I said, most commonly found in the patellar tendon, but also found in Achilles, biceps tendon, any tendon in the body can technically get it. Those are the most common. Found often in athletes, especially the patellar and Achilles tendinopathy, but also in the general population. And this is rarely requires surgical intervention, so luckily it can usually be managed and cured with conservative treatment as well as some supplementation, which we're going to get to here in a minute. So here you see a picture of a healthy tendon, reactive tendinopathy, and a degenerative tendinopathy. So essentially what happens at the level of the tendon when you get a tendinopathy, the healthy tendon on the left is when the collagen fibers are aligned in parallel. They're nice and straight. It looks really clean. Tendon is mostly made up of collagen protein. And then you see this reactive tendinopathy. So this is maybe like an acute spike in workload or activity for someone. You see these little like lesions in here. Could be inflammation, little micro tears. Basically, the collagen fibers are getting out of parallel. They're getting kind of messed up in there. And then the degenerative tendinopathy, which is on the right, is you see a lot less straight lines. It's kind of more just like this swirl picture that you see. And that's over time, the tendon kind of degenerates if you don't intervene with either treatment or nutrition intervention, stuff like that. And those collagen fibers don't really look parallelly aligned at all. It's kind of just a big swirl and mess. So the current literature, much of the literature points towards type 1 collagen specifically as the primary nutrition intervention. So not specifically nutrition, but more so supplementation. And this is often found to be best combined along with vitamin C. Collagen has been shown to aid in both tendon cross-sectional area, so essentially mass of the tendon, as well as tendon stiffness. And this is a bit of an under-researched area. A lot more research has been done on the exercise interventions behind tendinopathy, but more and more research is coming out with, nutritional interventions, mostly with around collagen, as that has been the most well-researched and found to be efficacious in terms of helping tendons heal. Mixed results on tendon adaptation, but more promising than any other nutrition intervention. Effective doses seem to vary, but 30 grams seems to be best. Some studies have found success with only 5 grams, but they didn't really differ from control groups. So, both a placebo group and a group that took 5 grams of collagen along with a resistance training program both saw increases, but there weren't any between groups increases. And 30 grams kind of seems to be that spot where you can kind of get more benefit from supplementing with collagen along with combining it with a resistance training program. Usually with tendons, it comes down to isometric loading and eccentric loading. So, some practical recommendations here would be to consume 30 grams of hydrolyzed type 1 collagen. That's the type of collagen that makes up about 60 to 80% of the tendon. Types 2, 3, and 4 also play a role, but to a much lesser extent. So, hydrolyzed type 1 collagen, 30 grams with about 50 milligrams minimum of vitamin C. A lot of times, supplements will combine the two, so you don't have to take vitamin C separate. That's going to be consumed post resistance training session and as well on non training days. So, for best results, you probably want to consume it every single day. If you're going to work out that day, take it immediately post resistance training session, within 30 minutes to an hour later. And like I said, ideally combined with isometric and eccentric focused exercises for tendons. So that is nutrition for tendinopathy. Here's my references, and thank you for watching.